I also understand that any supplement can't make medical claims, but medical doctors use supplements to help their patients with medical, issues. Anecdotally, what have you been hearing from practitioners using this with patients?
Yeah. Well, I'll start with our first, and then maybe I can get into the theory that kind of explains our head to toe testimonials.
Yeah.
Again, most consistent testimonial, people take it in the morning, they report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. And so I'll throw this out there. Because I already talked about the fact that they didn't have any tumors, right? That kind of goes us down this kind of cancer path. Um, not can't make any claims, not making any claims, just sharing some pieces. We actually have kind of three late stage cancer groups that buy from us on a regular basis. It is part of their regular protocol. One of them is actually just down in Mexico, and he comes in fairly regularly and have really cool long biohacking conversations, and they're specifically targeting cancer. There's actually a patent related to treating cancer in pets
Hmm.
with the molecule. And so it really does have a lot of promise in that space. And maybe it's as simple as we'll say the potential anti-inflammatory effects, or maybe it's this. In fact, here we can jump into it. So
Yeah.
I'm always trying to adjust the theory, and we literally have testimonials from head to toe. And let me throw this out: the FDA has not evaluated our product. It is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease. People may think that it's a pain in the butt to say that. I'm actually glad it exists, because it really, like, we're really talking about a beta supplement. Like, it's early stages, and we're figuring things out. Um, and so I've lost my train of thought.
You didn't take your ESS 60 this morning, I can tell.
Yeah. Well, it's not done. I put a little bit in my coffee for sure. Um, well, we can talk. Okay, so that's one. So late stage, right? We've got the four. Actually, it's three clinics that can serve late stage
Yes.
cancer. There's patents related to it actually managing cancer, and then hey, we've got head to toe testimonials. Head to toe testimonials are, my hair is growing faster and it's coming in original color. The toe literally is, we have this influencer whose toe was bitten by a crab, and so his toenail was split his entire life. At one point, he was a Navy SEAL, so his entire life he's got this split toenail. It healed at 65 after he started taking our product. So we literally have this head to toe kind of amazing testimonials, and people are like, what might be causing this? And so now we have the BOSS theory, Buffering Oxidative Stress System. And that theory goes like this. We know that this molecule, this soccer ball shaped ESS60 molecule, gets into the mitochondria. And we know that from peer reviewed published research. We also know from way back in the 90s, right, when it was the most talked about molecule on the planet, that it can hold up to 6 negatively charged particles, right? So you can get 6 negatively charged particles on the exterior of this cage. And so this BOSS theory, again, buffering oxidative stress system, says this. Well, first off, we know it's in the mitochondria. Real short history. Everyone in your audience knows this already. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell. It's the thing that kind of converts the food we eat that's gotten through your gut lining. That food gets converted into ATP, the energy source of your cells. Every cell has between 50 and 5,000 mitochondria. Hemoglobin has 0. Brain cells have 2 million. I don't like 50 and 5,000 is a very common number that's shared, but your nerve cells and your brain cells have 2 million because that's how much energy they use. Like every energy source, there's a negative byproduct, right? Your car going down the road has exhaust. Your power plant has a smokestack. And those are negative byproducts that need to be managed. In the case of mitochondria, they are reactive oxygen species. And just like all of these things, right? Your car has basically a scrubber in it, and then it uses iridium and the name catalytic converter in it, right? And your smokestack has scrubbers in it. In the case of mitochondria, it's got resident antioxidants, glutathione and melatonin, But we know these can get depleted in any part or in any cell from time to time. And this is where this theory, where we believe this is holding the reactive oxygen species. So my analogy is, it's Mardi Gras, right? Mardi Gras is over. We're on Bourbon Street, and you've got these drunk reactive oxygen species running around, smashing windows and doing the causing ruckus. And the police, the glutathione and melatonin, come in and handcuff themselves to these reactive oxygen species and get them off of Bourbon Street. But when they get overwhelmed, what do? They throw them in a paddy wagon, this ESS60 soccer ball shaped molecule. So now this paddy wagon is holding on to them so that they can't break windows and they can't cause problems. And then when that mitochondria replenishes, it can come and handcuff them to those reactive oxygen species and again get them off of Bourbon Street. And this, we know it's an antioxidant 125 times more powerful than vitamin C. We know and that's peer-reviewed published research, we know that it gets into the mitochondria. So this is the theory that can potentially explain these head-to-toe improvements. And now, if we are seeing improvements in cancer, this might be that thing. If we are seeing improvements in any of these kind of diseases of aging, if you're improving or reducing the negative impact of mitochondria, which it will have from time to time when it's overwhelmed, then you're going to see systemic improvements.
I love that analogy as someone that's been to Mardi Gras and has seen the debauchery there. And there definitely aren't enough cops for those drunken people smashing things. So need more paddy wagons.
My trick was always don't go down Bourbon Street, go across Bourbon Street, right? So you go on the side, right?
Yes.
But because once you get, and it may not be that bad, because once you're going down the street, like the crowd just there's not much, you don't have much choice. You're going this way at this pace because that's what the crowd's doing.
You're just surrounded, and that's when the craziness happens, and that's what you don't want happening inside your body, and that's why
exactly
like ESS 60. I totally get it. The idea of just detoxifying, lowering that oxidative stress and improving mitochondrial health and that theory of aging is the way you increase longevity.